Welcome back. Have you just stumbled upon the best hockey channel on all of YouTube? Well, yes, you did. Welcome to the O Hockey Show. And I'm going to bring you right now the news from the last couple of hours/days. So, of course, let's start off with the one that just happened. JT Miller re-signs an extension, I guess doesn't re-sign. It signs an extension with the Vancouver Canucks, 7 years for $8 million. Now, I have never understood the point of teams trading away their star players. I started hearing the rumblings about them that they need to move out JT Miller, and I never understood. I was like, why? Why do these teams do it? I'm sure there's some reason that I just can't comprehend. But teams like the Senators, the teams like, the Coyotes even, I think like any other team you can think of, why they get rid of their top players, I just don't understand. And I don't know why a team like the Vancouver Canucks tried to trade him away. So I was like, it's just rumors, people making crap up. But then someone in the organization said that they don't feel like they need to move him out until the trade deadline. And I was like, wait, they are trying to move him? And I don't understand that type of stuff. This guy led the team in points with 32 goals, 67 assists, 99 points. That's a 9, not a 4. I don't know why it looks like a 4. I think maybe it's glare. Anyways, I don't understand why these teams always think this. He was in the top 10 of points this season. He obviously was the best Vancouver Canuck by a mile. I mean, I guess you could say Thatcher Demko or maybe even Quinn Hughes. But forward-wise, definitely the top guy. Now, $8 million to me, I think might be a little bit of an overpayment. I mean, I feel like $8 million, for me personally, when it comes to number value for contracts, I feel like you deserve like what you get in points by with zeros behind it. So like if a guy, let's just say Vladimir Tarasenko gets 82 points, right? I would say he's worth 8.2 million. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's a guy that consistently can do that. I don't know if JT Miller is a 99 points player always, which I don't think anyone does, but I feel like he could be at least a good 70s, maybe 80s, once in a while 90s player. I definitely think he's one of their top 3 players on the team until like someone like Pettersson or Besser can finally step up their game. But for right now, I would say he's definitely at least their best forward right now. And $8 million to keep around your best forward is not a bad deal at all. Even if it might be a little bit of an overpayment, but I feel like as long as the Canucks get better with time and Brock Besser, someone like him, can finally click into gear and start scoring some more goals, and Elias Pettersson develops into that more playmaker style player that he can be, then I think, and they work along well with JT Miller, I feel like things will be fine along those regards. But as long as JT Miller continues to play at a higher level, I would say he's a solid 70s player with maybe like a bad season being in the 60s, good seasons in the 80s, and once in a while in the 90s. But who knows, maybe guys like Kuzmenko being brought in as a star, he meshes well with Miller and they combine together and they get a lot of points together. So who knows? Maybe this is a great deal. I think he's a little overpaid, but not that much, and I think this is a good deal for the team and himself to keep him around, especially since I don't know why they would want to trade him in the first place. Now, if I was another team, I would definitely want JT Miller because I think he's a good player, but they don't need to trade him away, so I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Next, the little, what is it called when you have like a taste test and then you try something to get rid of the taste of it? Whatever the hell that's called. We've got Ryan Murray not re-signing, going to the Edmonton Oilers. And I was going to say re-signing because I saw something where in 2012, when the Oilers got the #1 pick, they were between Yakupov and Ryan Murray. Of course, we all know they drafted Nail Yakupov, became a complete loser, and now they've brought in Ryan Murray, the guy that just won the Stanley Cup with the Avalanche, and now they've brought him in. And I think it's even funnier is that he's almost league minimum, which means he's kind of in an entry-level contract case. So I think that's kind of funny that they've brought in both guys on kind of entry-level contracts. Just a little thing that kind of made me laugh. Now, I said in my Edmonton Oilers video that I think they need better defensemen. I don't think Ryan Murray is that better defenseman for the team, but I think Ryan Murray's a good just addition to any. He's one of those type of defensemen that's just like, whatever. You bring him in, he's not going to do anything amazing. He's not going to do anything stellar. He's not going to be pushing any barriers or something, but he's just he's not going to be anything really. Ryan Murray's whatever. And moving on to where I think the biggest deal of the day is Jake Ottinger signing with the Dallas Stars. Now, his contract is expired along with Jason Robertson's, and the Stars need to sign their young guys. Their two best players, depending on which one you think is more important, if you think goaltending is or forwards-wise. Regardless of anything, they get one of them signed. Jake Ottinger, the breakout goaltender that could probably, in my eyes, be the best goaltender next season. Well, like starting next season. Maybe. I don't know. I think with Vasilevsky still around and how good the Lightning are, it's kind of hard to pass him. But I think this guy is going to be the best goaltender in the league in the next upcoming years, especially by the end of his 3-year by $4 million contract. I mean, he's already proven, usually goaltenders get better with age, right? That's how it always goes. The older they get, the better they get. This guy is still young, from Lakeville, Minnesota, or something like that. He was drafted in the first round. He's still young, and guys like that's the thing, is that goaltenders always grow as they get older. That's always been the thing, and he's still super young, and he's already in the top 10 in the league when it comes to goals against average, which I know people say is like a league stat, I mean a team stat instead of a goalie stat, but I think he can be a little bit of both. So he has a 2.53 goals against average. He was .914 save percentage, which is only .003 from tying with 10th place in that category. So if he played just a tiny bit better, or the team did, then that number could have gone up and he could have been in the top 10 of that. So, of that category as well. So he's right outside of the save percentage, right on the inside of goals against average. And 3 years for $4 million, I think goaltenders are always paid a little underneath than what they're really worth, or I feel like I think the only contract for a goalie in the league that is like the perfect makes sense one is Marc-Andre Fleury's, isn't his $7 million. I feel like he's is the only one that's really paid well. Actually, no, he's really good. So, anyways, moving on from that, I think goalies are always underpaid, and then trade value, they're always undervalued in trades. So for $4 million, I think it's a fair deal. For the Stars, especially for Jake Ottinger, I think by the end of this contract, he will be the best goaltender in the league, and I'm sure he could probably get $10 million when he's finally allowed, because this guy's going to be a great goaltender. There's no doubt about it in my head. So Jake Ottinger, fair deal for him. And I guess, really, there's nothing much else I can say about this. I mean, we already know Jake Ottinger breaks out in the playoffs and in the season. Like, he's obviously a superstar goaltender. Not much more I can say about him other than that. So please tell me down below which of these contracts on the board seems the best to you. Which ones are overpaid? You know what, we'll do that. Who's overpaid, underpaid, and paid well? Let's do that down below. Why the hell not? So please, oh my gosh, please leave a like, not a dislike. What the hell am I even saying? Pick up a free subscription down below by hitting that red subscribe button, and make sure you hit the little notification bell next to it, the little ding bell that pops up next to it to get further notifications on all videos I post. Leave a like, not a dislike, but go down below and tell me all that stuff. I'm having trouble at the end of this video. I apologize. So thank you for watching this. Until next time, I have been your nicely dressed host, Owen. And until next time, too sweet, and ta-ta for now.